Hello crafty friends, this is the Paper Chef here. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to put together projects from the Be My Valentine Paper Pumpkin Kit, which was released in January 2019. Now each month you get a fun kit in the mail. You never know what you're going to get. You have to subscribe by the 10th of the month, and this is what came in January. It is a super cute kit, and it came with all of the materials to make 24 pillow boxes. So I'm going to show you how to make the traditional project that came with the kit, and then how to jazz it up and make alternative projects. So for example, these are the pillow boxes that I made just following the instructions of the kit. The pillow boxes were super easy to assemble, and then when you just close one end, you place your treats inside, and then you're ready to go. And right now I'm working on making a class set. So just to give you an idea of what fits in here, I have mini Twix, Valentine's Twix, and you have to just squeeze the end because it fits right in there. And push that down. And then I have little bags of M&Ms, two kinds of M&Ms. I have like the Cupid Messages M&Ms in a bag with all the regular M&Ms. And if you're giving them to students, you never use nuts. You don't use the peanut M&Ms, even though they are my favorite. And then you just close the box. Okay, super easy to put the treats in. So there you go. And then last Saturday, we had what's called a Paper Pumpkin Playdate, where you get together with friends and you all make your kits, because I hang out with a lot of demonstrators and a lot of Stampin' Up! Friends, and we all subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. Everybody at the whole party, except for one person, subscribed to Paper Pumpkin. And then I just sat around making tags for my friend, and then also just making these pillow boxes, okay? So this is a little bit of an alternate punch I used. Okay, this is super cute, this kit. So this is what's left over, but I need to show you, so you get an idea of what's in the kit. I'm going to show you the leftover pieces, and then I'm going to just open up the refill section so you actually see, because this one's sort of torn apart. These are all like the leftover hearts, even after making my 24 boxes. But you just have to see how they come. Now every month you get, the first time you subscribe, you get a Stampin' block. And it's a little acrylic block. And then after that, you don't need another block. Well, you do need more blocks for stamping, but you don't need another block for your Paper Pumpkin kit because you already have one. So here, every kit comes with a set of stamps. Let's put that on a background. Okay, and then it comes with a Stampin' block. Now, I didn't even open my Stampin' blocks because I give them to like team members to help them start their color collection, and I give them to, I just give them away as prizes usually, if I have the ink, which I already have. So I already had Melon Mambo ink, so I didn't even need to open my little Stampin' spot. Okay, other than that, everything else that comes in the kit is like a refill. So it's like the refill I got. So I'm going to show you you open up your box, and this is a refill. I'm going to open it right now. So as soon as I got my kit, which I didn't know I was getting until January, I said, oh, I have to have a refill. And the refills sell out immediately, and only subscribers can get the refills. That's a perk of being a subscriber. Okay, so here's just what the refill looks like. So, because I told you I tore my kit apart. I didn't even have any more pillow boxes to show you, or my alternative projects, because I gave them all away on Saturday at our Paper Pumpkin Playdate. Okay, so let me slice this open, and then I'll start making the projects inside, and we'll make more pillow boxes. Then we're gonna make Hershey Nugget treats, and I'll even show you a little tag and some other things you can do with the kit. Everything but a card. We're not making Valentine cards because I've already done my Valentine cards. Okay, so here we go. You have these Enamel Hearts. Okay, and the Enamel Hearts are the coordinating, you always look at the coordinating colors. Whenever you get your instructions from a Paper Pumpkin kit, I just had them. Okay, you always look at the coordinating colors. And then you just know what things you can match up with it from your own collection. It's Crumb Cake, Flirty Flamingo, Lemon Lime Twist, Melon Mambo, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. Okay, so that's why I know that these are Melon Mambo and Flirty Flamingo. So Enamel Hearts. And then you get glue dots. These are kind of small. Then you get, I like working with these much better. These are Stampin' Dimensionals. These, see, I'll fold them. They're like foam adhesives, okay? They're not like foam adhesives, they are foam adhesives. Then you get a couple sheets of those. That's cool because I always have leftovers. I bring them to workshops. And then you get these 3M stickers. And these are lines that are going to help you assemble the boxes, which we will do. So hang in there, hang in there. Okay, then you get 24 boxes, and they're made with, they're like light cardstock. They're reversible, so you can make them in the Melon Mambo side or the pool party side. But they have hearts, sort of looking like hearts on one side. Okay, and we'll assemble that. Then you get lots of tags. I have loads and loads of extra tags. So you have hearts, and they're stitched, and they're already die cut, laser dyed. So you have like little stitch. 4 pages of hearts times 6, that's 24 hearts. And you get way more than you need. You get also 24 hearts, so you probably get 24 circles as well. And yes, circles. Let's just punch one out so you can get a good look. Okay, see, reversible, if you want to add contrast. So again, 6 pages of, or not 6 pages of circles, 4 pages of circles. Oh wait, maybe more. Yep, 4 times 6, 24. Okay, let's keep one of these out, we'll use it. Okay, and did I say 4 pages of hearts, so that's times 6, that's 24 reversible hearts, so we'll put that over here. So you have like double the embellishments you need, so you can use them for all kinds of other projects. And then we get 1, 2, this is what came in the kit plus what came in the refill. 3, 4, I didn't even bother counting the first time, 5 and 6. 6 times 4, 24 kangaroos, 24 chameleons. And for the chameleons, it says, if you didn't catch that on my sample, you're one in a chameleon. I mean, how cute with the little stamp. So, I mean, students love corny things, you know. All right, so without further ado, we're going to take the stamp set and we're going to go ahead and make the traditional treat that comes in the kit. So I showed you all the things that came. So we only need a stamp set once, and when you buy the refill, you don't need the stamp set again, obviously. So to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, it's only $19.95 a month, and that includes free shipping. Okay, so that's a great deal. And then the refills are only $9. And the $9 does not include the shipping, because the $9 you would just add to your order of items. Okay, so let's do your one in a chameleon. Okay, and that was in, I didn't show you the rest of this, that was just one more sheet of these. So you get 1 sheet of these Stampin' Shapes. And let's go ahead and put, so what I usually do is I take my cardboard that came in the kit and I lay it on my table because that protects my table. Oh, there are the instructions. It was on the back of the cardboard. I'm like, I knew the refills came with instructions. Okay, let's make room. I don't want to freak anyone out with too much clutter, even though I'm a very, very messy crafter. If you've been watching my videos, you know how messy of a crafter I am. So I'm sticking that on my Stampin' Block. My Stampin' Block's personalized, by the way. My team leader gave me a stamping, here, let me show you my personalized stamping block. Oh, I have to show you this. This is cool. Here, let's put it on the blue. So my team leader, my upline, Hattie, because I'm part of a group called the Beehive Sheet, when I went to on stage last year, she made me a personalized Stampin' Block. So this is by Stampin' Up, and then she got it engraved with my name, Kimberly. And this is the 30-year anniversary of Stampin' Up. So that's why my Stampin' Block looks a little busy, but I love it. It's personalized. I use it all the time. Okay, here we go. Back to this. We have, you are one in a chameleon. Okay, so I have I'm using Melon Mambo. I'm using an old stamp pad. Use whatever you have. This isn't like our new version of stamping ink, but that's okay. If you have it, you use it. You could use the stamping block that came with it, and you're just stamping. You saw how I tap, tap, tap to get even coverage on my stamp. And while you're at it, I mean, you just make a few, because why would you just stamp one? Right? Just stamp, you can stamp them all. A lot more things will fit on these little squares. My sayings. I mean, one of the really funny ones on here is "You're so fly." Where's that one? There's a bird, and then it says "You're so fly." I mean, just here it is. It says "You're so fly." That's a funny, funny stamp. Then you put the bird. All right, but right now we're doing the corny one. You're one in a chameleon. All right, so let's shut the ink, and now we are going to pop that off. Just one of those. And we're going to get a pillow box, and I'm going to use the pink side because I like how it contrasts better. So they're already pre-scored. So you just fold along all your score lines before you add your adhesive. And I just sort of, I mean, it's pretty easy. I'm just folding along the score lines like I would whenever I make pillow boxes. I even have a pillow box die where I make my own pillow boxes. But boy, am I happy when I get these kits in the mail, because they're all ready to go and I don't have to do anything. All right, so we need our adhesive strips. I'm still using ones left over from my original kit. So you can just peel this adhesive strip, okay, off. And you're gonna just lay that down on this seam here, okay. And definitely, if you don't use all your materials, save them, because I'm pushing down, because really, you can use these adhesive strips for card making as well. And then peel it up with your nail, and there's the adhesive strip. Now I'm gonna, while it's still flat, while I'm holding like this, and I'm gonna flatten it out, I'm just gonna adhere my pillow box together, like so, and I'm gonna push it down, okay? And then the only other thing to remember is that this is the top. This is the top where you wanna put your sentiment, because that way, when you fold in the sides, and you fold down the tops, it just looks nicer to have this part folded over. You know, because if you made this the top, then look, this would stick out on the sides. I don't think that looks right. Okay, so here's our little pillow box, and now we're just gonna take our little embellishments and put them together. So we need, I'd say we saved a circle and a heart. We don't need both a circle and a heart. You just need a circle or a heart. So let's use a heart and 2 chameleons, because we have enough. So punch a set of chameleons out of your little kit here. And then you're just gonna, it's all perforated. I'm trying not to mess up the tail. Okay, so here we go. And then we're gonna stick that there, and we need a little one in a chameleon, and then we can use like an enamel heart or so. So next we need some of our adhesives. I told you it comes with adhesive, so let's, and we need our little hearts too. Well, I have hearts on this kit. Really, I've made all these projects so far with just my first kit, and then I have one refill kit. And that's it. And I've just, I can make 48 of these with one kit and a refill kit. But I don't need to make that many, because I have alternate projects. All right, so I'm just putting some foam adhesives onto my little chameleons. Let's see, do one more. I'm just pushing those little adhesives on there. Okay, and we're gonna add that to my little circle. Oh, I had a heart. Let me peel that back off. Put that on. Sorry about that. I wanted to put that onto a heart. So let me put some more adhesive on it. Okay, so we'll stick it on the heart, because I think it looks better on the heart. And then we're gonna stick one on the back. And all of these, you know, every single thing you need, without me showing you any alternative projects, every single thing you need comes with your kit. So if you're one of those people that don't like to do a lot of preparation, I actually like preparing, but in this case, it's Valentine's, that's crunch time. I like to mass produce. So I do enjoy the kits, but I also don't mind preparing lots and lots of embellishments using my brother's scan and cut or my different machines or die cuts. But you know what? It's so great when these kits come and they're already prepared for you. So there we go. Let's add a little heart or 2. You can put a little enamel heart. Let's put 3. Because I have so many left over. I didn't use that many on the first one. And then we can just add your one in a chameleon with these are called Stampin' Dimensionals. I actually prefer the mini Stampin' Dimensionals, because you can actually just do a lot more with the mini ones. You can actually put them behind the tail, and you get more detail work. Okay, make sure I got that part. Okay, good. And there we go. You're one in a chameleon. How cute is that? And now we're going to stuff it, because when I'm done, every time I puff them open, I know that they're stuffed already. So I'm going to get 1 Twix, and I'm on my way to a class set. But I'm going to take a few of these boxes and make other things out of them for teachers. Okay, and then I have some M&Ms and Cupid Messages M&Ms. None of them have nuts. They're just regular milk chocolate M&Ms, and you close the side, close the top, voila, and you can just mass produce these all day long. Okay, so this set goes along with this kit that Stampin' Up! Sent. It coordinates with what's called the Animal Outing stamp set. Okay, so you could do a lot more with the Valentines. Like I like the chameleons and I like the kangaroo, but if you're done with your Valentine, save them. You can save all these half the kangaroos, and you can do Wild About You bookmarks, which I've done before. You can actually stamp this kangaroo, and you can be, next to this kangaroo. I like how he's a little koala in his pouch. And you could just do a lot of things using the leftover pieces from your kit with this animal outing stamp set. Okay, we've done a lot with the stamp set on my channel. I'm sure I've cut out stamped images with it. And I'm sure I've done lots of things with the designer series paper as well. But that was released last year. So let's not digress. Let's do the next project. Okay, so I'm taking this. What I'm doing is making a Hershey Nugget treat. I would actually at this point show you an example of what we're making, but they're gone from Saturday. And you know, my friends, I give them little things, little party favors. Anyway, so they're all gone. We're gonna make one from scratch. What I'm doing is I'm taking this piece of paper and I'm lopping off, you know, the edges. So I'm just using the Stampin' Trimmer, and there's a cutting blade and a scoring blade. See, cutting and scoring. I'm just gonna cut, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the ends of this boxes off. Like in other words, I wanna cut these round parts off. So I just say about an inch. About an inch, you're lopping off, see an inch there, we're lopping off the ends of both sides. Then we'll get it straight in a second. First, just lop off the ends. Or no, we want it to be about 3 inches. Okay, so we want it 3 inches long, and that's about perfect because we lop an inch off one side, and we lop about 1.25 inches off the other side. And now we got our 3 inches in height. Okay, perfect. And now we want it to be 2.25. So we will make it. So first, I'm just going to cut along the seam. Okay, that's good. Cut along there. And then I'm just going to make it 2.25. Okay, so 2.25. Let me show you that close up after I cut it. Okay, 2.25. Okay, now although this will score, I only need, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this little tray to hold the Hershey Nuggets. I'm going to score with 0.3/8 of an inch on either side, but I could show you that on this trimmer, but I just think it's a lot easier to show you on my Simply Scored board because of the way you'll be able to see it easily, like you'll be able to see the little lines. But use whatever scoreboard you have, whether you have Stampin' Up or whether you have another one. I love the Stampin' Up one, and I super love how I can, because I'm always making cards, I love that I can just put little markers to remember where I'm at. If you're mass producing projects, so you can just like not have to think. All right, so here, this is what I'm talking about. You want 3/8 of an inch, so 1, 2, 3, okay? That's why I can show you it a lot easier. And then I'm just scoring, okay? I'm scoring, and I'm gonna flip it around and just do 3/8 of an inch again. 1, 2, 3. If I was making a lot of these Hershey Nugget trays, I would actually just simply, you know, put a little marker there, and I would remember that spot all the time. Okay, so that's all. We're done. We're done with the cutter. We're done with the, well, no, we're not done with the cutter. We're done with the score. That's all we need to do for scoring. And then you can use a bone folder, or in my case, a Pampered Chef stone scraper. And I just I'm just making the tray. I'm just folding the edges. Okay, now I have a little Hershey Nugget tray. This will come together once I make it. I didn't make it ahead of time because, like I said, I did make some ahead of time, but I gave them all away. Okay, now I just have these little Hershey Nugget wrappers. Okay, you can make these out of your little boxes again. So we'll just lop that off. Again, lop it off and lop off the ends. Doesn't matter. So now you have about, okay? Now it doesn't matter if this is 3 or 3.25, your height. What matters is that you have an inch for each wrapper. Let me turn this side so you can see it better. 1 inch, I'm making wrappers. So you can make a bunch of wrappers from these trays or these pillow boxes. And this is if you don't want to make pillow boxes. I mean, take these shapes, make them into cards, make them into tags. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but we're going to record this because I sneezed because I'm only human. All right, but anyway, there are the Hershey Nugget wrappers. Now this side, let's go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to lop off the edges. I'm going to go ahead and make the tag for the next project right now. I'm lopping off the scored parts, and I'm going to make a 2-inch by, okay, let's just say some of you want exact measurements, and I'm not an exact crafter, but let's just say here, it's about 2 inch by, let's make it 3.25, just so you have some dimensions that I can put in the description of this video. Okay, so it's 2 by 3.25 because that's what you can get out of the middle. We'll turn this into a tag in a little while. Okay, but right now we're working on the Hershey Nugget project. All right, so then you get your rolling adhesive. Stick with me, folks. This is going to be super cute project, and everybody that saw it loved it. Okay, I'm going to take rolling adhesive. I'm adding 2 little strips of rolling adhesive onto my cardstock or my light cardstock. Okay, get yourself 3 Hershey Nuggets. Here's a bag of Hershey Nuggets. I'm always making Hershey Nugget treats. Get a few different kinds. It's good to tell people that you have nuts in these. Here's 3 different styles here. And I'm going to put the darker one in the middle, the light ones on the outside. Or I'll put the light one in the middle, the dark ones here. I'm going to be, and dark meaning this color, not dark chocolate. Okay, so I have this little strip of Designer Series paper from the box, and then I have a couple more. You know, let's see how that will look. I think I'm going to make the 2 light ones. That's what I'm going to do. Nope. I'm going to do it like that. It's up to you. You don't have to like have a plan. You just kind of make it look good. Okay, so I'm adding adhesive. I'm going to make, I mean, you have to have a plan. It has to coordinate, but you really can just eyeball what goes nice as you, what looks nice as you go along. And I think that one was a little wide. Let's go ahead and make another one. Sometimes I save leftover pieces, but that wasn't a piece I actually cut. That was just a leftover piece. Let's try this. Because I like then the little bit of gold sticks out. Okay, super cute. And then we're going to make one with this paper showing. And I usually make Hershey Nugget treats that are 5 inches long, if you've seen a lot of those on my channel. But right now, I didn't have 5 inches because the little boxes weren't 5 inches long. Lay those out. That's going to look super adorable. So we'll put that there. And then we're going to just put 1 strip of adhesive. Lay these in the tray. It's better if you do it right above. So, you know, to make it centered. Okay. You just gotta, I mean, it doesn't matter, but you want them to be kind of centered. Okay, that's good. I mean, we're gonna look professional, right? We are professional crafters. We're gonna look, we got really cool professional looking supplies. We might as well make it, you know, look pretty good centered. Okay, so there's our little tray. Now we need a cellophane bag. These are by Stampin' Up, the 2-inch by 8-inch cellophane bags. I'll have a link to all my materials in the description. We sell these. I use them all the time. But you do have to chop off some of this because these are way too long. So let's stick that in there. Okay, shove it to the bottom. And now I'm going to chop off some because you can't have too much of the plastic sticking out. So let's chop off. That's about that much. Okay, so there's a little piece of plastic to add the topper. Okay, and now our topper. We're going to use circles. We're going to ink up the edges a little bit. And we are going to then put a heart inside the circle. So we're going to use blue circles with a white. So we're going to use blue circles with a white heart. And the white heart's going to have a little bit of ink around it. I guess we got some adhesive on that one. Okay, so here's what this concept is. I'm going to be doing 2 blue, and they're not blue. They're called Soft Sky. Okay, that's going to be the topper. Okay, no cardstock needed for this topper. So we need to first we'll put the topper on itself. So we just need to add some adhesive to the back of the topper and the front and the back. So we're just, I mean, all we're doing is adhering it onto the plastic, and then we're going to adhere another piece on the back of the plastic, and it'll keep the bag sticking together and everything. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm just sticking it onto the plastic and onto each other. So there's our topper. Super cute. And on the back, I usually put contains nuts. I didn't bring the labels out right now, but that's what it says. And now we got a topper. And now we're going to just ink up this heart. So what I do for that is I'm using what I told, Flirty Flamingo is one of the coordinating colors. So open your stamp pad. This is a new style stamp pad, so I can't squeeze and get ink on the lid. But instead, I just put ink on my stamping block. So put some ink on your stamping block like that. And then you get your sponge. Where's my sponge? Okay, and so I have like a little sponge tool, and I just tap my stamping block, and then I sort of ink around the edges, carefully around the edges, and I get a lot of beautiful details. I mean, that really brings out the heart, because just a white heart, you know, kind of hard to see, but when you put this little when you sponge around the edges, it just adds so much dimension to it. Okay, and it's also a coordinating color, so that's nice. And you'll see what I mean when I put that on that background, how much dimension that added. Okay, so we'll leave that, and we will get some foam adhesives, okay? And we'll just get a couple of these to add to the heart. Remember, the hearts are reversible. I guess I got them all sticking together, which is fine. Use your fingernails to get that adhesive off. There's also a little pokey. We have little tools as well to help you with more precision. Okay, I'm going to put a heart there because it is Valentine's. It's a Valentine's treat after all. And let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, I'm going to close this because I have enough ink on my sponge for one more inking. All right, now we need to add our little chameleons. I favor the chameleons over the kangaroos. The reason why is because they're already, I think these are sort of made for Valentine's Day because they got like 2 little lovebird chameleons and you got the hearts. But then I can like save the kangaroos and do so much more with the kangaroos. You could do like baby, welcome baby. I mean, you could write stuff here. There's so much more I could do with the kangaroos for like after Valentine's Day that I want to use up my chameleons now, or as many as I can. Okay, so we're gonna put that there with a couple little dimensionals, and then we're gonna add a little sentiment. Remember, I stamped them earlier. I told you, stamp a few sentiments at once. In fact, I would have stamped all of my sentiments at once, really, because I would have done a whole sheet of them. So we're gonna put that like there, and we're gonna put a couple, there's our little sentiments. And we'll actually put one of these, we'll put one of these hearts too. Put one of those in the middle. Let's see if this is the right size. Oh, it is, it fits. I thought it was gonna stick out. These look so big. Like I said, I prefer it does stick out a little. We'll kind of shove it back there. I prefer the mini dimensionals. That's what they're called, Stampin' Up! Mini dimensionals, because they don't stick out. We're gonna put these, oh, you know what this needs? A little bit of inking. Remember I told you I still had some ink on my sponge. You know why? You were putting white on, if you ever put white on a white background, you need something to contrast. So let's put that. Okay, you have to kind of make sure you hold it on the edges, so when you're inking that you don't get your big old fingerprint right in the middle. Yeah, much better. So now when I put that there, it contrasts with the heart in the background. I don't want to block the heart. Oh, I'm loving it. And then I also need some, with all these supplies and how exciting, I love using, how did I lose the enamel hearts already? Here we go. So I love using all these little coordinating supplies. So we're going to use, it's funny how many tools I have to help me pick up these, and they're not like as many pickup tools as I have. It's like, where are they when I need them when I'm doing a demo? Okay, so there you go. I just like to use things in groups of 3. So we'll put 3 little hearts there. Okay, voila. And let's put that on the background of the table so it just looks nicer on the wooden background. Zooming in, and there is the finished product of an alternate project with the Be My Valentine 2019, January 2019 paper pumpkin kit. Okay, one more quick alternative project, singular, because you guys have stuck with me, so I'm glad you have, and thank you for being with me this long. And a minute ago I said, hey, let's make a tag while we're here. Of course, that can't be it. That's not it, because that's not 2 inches wide. I thought we had one that was 2 inches wide. Okay. Yes, here we did. Okay. We said, let's make a tag while we're here. I said, it's 2 inches wide by 3.2 inches long. Sorry, this is from another set. Don't want to confuse my viewers. Okay, I'm doing so many Valentine projects right now. I am taking these Scalloped tag topper punch, the ones I've used thousands and thousands of times. I've made bookmarks for libraries. I've used this for years. The thing is indestructible. It's so awesome. And it makes bookmarks and tags. Okay? So it's called tag topper scallop punch. Scallop tag topper punch. Something like that. I'll have a link to it. And then here you have a little tag. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little trio punch. We have decorative trio punch, and I'm just going to make the edges have a little curve to them. So I'm just curving the edges. See, that's what it looks like. I'm curving the edges. All right, so we do that, and I'd like to do that on tags. Now, we're then going to we're going to do a little, again, I like my chameleons, and we already have a sentiment already, and we can already, just go ahead and, ink that up because we've already stamped ahead of time, and we're just going to make an instant little tag with the little chameleons, and we'll make the heart. We'll put a heart on there. And let's see what side looks better, because it is reversible paper after all. I think the other side is going to look a little better, but except that we have to then use the white side of the heart. So we'll see. So we have a little tag with chameleons, and we're going to flip it. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this side because my ribbon, yes, my ribbon is like more matching of the blue. Okay, and then we're going to use that white heart. Okay, super cute. And we'll use a couple of, a couple of enamel dots in the whole 9 yards. So we could put this together fairly quickly with those dimensionals. And you wouldn't believe how many sets of those are laying around here right now. So again, we have our little chameleons. And I like how their tails, when you make these tags, I like how their tails sort of hang off the side of the tag. It makes the tag more fun. And you would put this tag on a bag, or like slap it on the front of a present, or you can even, slap it on the front of a card. So there's my little chameleons. And then we'll do your one in a chameleon. I'm going to put that down lower. I'm going to put the heart above it. I'm going to put a little heart inside the heart. So I kind of make things up as I go along. I had different tags made. This is just the design I'm feeling right now. We're going to put that heart facing up, because you can't put like this side. You can't put Melon Mambo on Melon Mambo. There'd be no contrast. So you have to have the white side showing, okay? And I have to tuck it in because the dimensional is too big, or I could cut the dimensional. I think I'm going to do something like that with the little, like an extra little heart inside. Like one of these. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm thinking something like that. Yes, I'm liking it. Now, remember I told you this was, Pool Party was the coordinating color? Well, I just didn't have Pool Party ribbon, but what did I have? I think this looks pretty darn close to me. It's called Soft Sky. Okay, so you use whatever craft you have and try to match it as best you can, and this is what I'm using for the tag. And whenever I measure ribbon for my tag, I always take a stamp set. I mean, I should measure it with an actual ruler, but I take a stamp set and I go about diagonal, and then if it's too long, I figure it out later. But let's see, and I just trim that off, and I make both. I make both ends the same angle. So now I have, ribbon, and the same amount of angle. I think that looks fine though. And then I flip it over like that, and then I loop it through the tag. And then I'll trim it again because this is a shorter tag. I might not need as long of a ribbon as I'd use for a bookmark. All right, so we're going to flip that through, loop it through. And yeah, no, I think it's a perfect size. I think it's a perfect size ribbon. And then sometimes what's really cute is, again, I just save leftover. I just save like all kinds of twine from my, let me just focus that in. Okay, from my leftover paper pumpkin kits. So you have all these leftovers from different kits you get in the past, and not only do I save the boxes for shipping because it's cute, but I also save like a lot of this twine, and I can use it again. So sometimes I like to just add an extra little element on my tag by looping through the hole, and you get a nice big hole with that scalloped tag topper punch, tag topper scallop punch, whatever we're calling it. Okay, so I still tie my shoes like I'm in kindergarten. I still tie my bows like I'm in kindergarten, but you know what, that's okay. You got to do what you got to do. All right, so there we go. I loop it through, and let's make that not so long. There we go. Make these little loops a little bit shorter, and then you can trim off a little bit of your twine. So let me lay out the projects we just created and the projects you can make from this kit. So you get one kit, one refill kit. You could have 48 little boxes, or you could have lots of little projects and boxes, and then you'd have lots of little leftover embellishments. So it's for these reasons I love Paper Pumpkin subscriptions. I was subscribing way longer before I even became a demonstrator because I was loving all the ready-made stuff. So these are just what you can make with the Be My Valentine paper pumpkin kit. So thank you for watching. Feel free to comment, and happy Valentine's Day.